come to claim what is rightfully mine. Pavetta, by the law of surprise.
I mean, he's good.
He is good. But we can maybe help him with his curse, right?
We can, I mean, hopefully we can do something. Why is it rightfully his, though? Like, what's up with him? Like, she's really, they're both really emotionally involved in this. Like, do they know who he is? Yeah, they know who he is. Whoa! That was fast!
Oh my god.
Okay, let's...
Quality, that's right.
Who cursed him? Because, I mean, the daughter knows him. That's a lot of people.
Law of surprise has been called.
What is that law of surprise?
I mean, he's helping us. I like him.
He respects
Isn't
the
he?
law?
But then, I don't quite remember what the grandfather looked like in the first episode.
That's him.
Yeah, that was him, right?
That's him.
My queen.
Fuck you!
Stop! Please. I can't give him a boy. Take her instead.
You shitty of a mother.
As a sacrifice.
You don't deserve to live, sweetie. With that, oh no.
Yeah, no. Can we save the baby at least? Hey! She came back for the one that deserved it. You know that yeah, we're saying she's a great character. That's what makes her great and not completely dark. She'll be fine, she'll be fine.
But what about that baby?
Oh, but she got hit, not the baby.
Okay. I'm not hearing the baby crying though.
Did it go through?
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh shit.
Dooney.
She loves him. We
Maybe
need
you
to
stop.
help
Yeah, maybe
him.
you should stop following the traditions and start doing what you claim you want to do.
I was cursed as a young boy. My whole life a living misery until the day that I saved your husband, King Rogana, from a certain death. By tradition, I chose the law of surprise as payment. Whatever windfall he came home to find would be mine.
You're that stupid bastard. And you, carousing with the beast that swindled your stupid father.
Tis no swindle. Asking for payment with the law of surprise is as old as mankind itself.
Don't lecture me, Est.
It's an honest gamble.
He got really lucky.
Destiny has determined the surprise be Pavetta.
When I heard that King Rogana had returned to find a child on the way, I abandoned all thought of claiming
Even they
the law
were
of
in love.
surprise. I never intended to meet her.
Until destiny intervened and our hearts collided.
She's not liking this at all.
Like this.
But she had a powerful alliance in mind, and that's gonna just crumble it.
I bow to no law made by men who never bore a child.
Yeah, but
Is
like,
there not a man amongst you who does not cower before destiny?
yeah, but that's just your pride speaking here. Like,
You, Witcher. Are you afraid too?
No. Destiny helps people believe there's an order to this whole shit. There isn't.
he's just lost hope a long time ago.
It must be honored.
I mean, he said it, so we're fine.
I love Dooney, Mother.
I will marry him.
I can get behind this for the right reasons. I understand why she's not liking the whole thing, but maybe that's what pushes her to go with the one she loves too.
Here is your destiny.
Don't kill him.
She's gonna use power. Yep. Whoa. I mean, the daughter got that from her for sure.
Like mother, like daughter.
Yeah.
But what is that power, seriously?
Is she gonna save him? It's magic. Her
Duh,
father
I
would.
know it's magic.
Well, what if her father was part elf or elf, or I don't know? You said yourself that you thought Ciri was part elf.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got a lot of power. Aren't you glad you didn't miss that show? So now no wonder when they saw the little thing move with Ciri, they were like...
I thought your grandmother's gift had skipped you, as it did me.
Okay.
It seems I was wrong.
So it's been in the family on her side.
So many things.
Destiny has spoken, and I have listened.
About fucking time.
The lure of surprise will be honored.
Alright.
React poorly, and you won't just face the lioness, because Queen Calanthia's agreed to my proposal of marriage.
Whoa, what? They needed the alliance. And since the granddaughter could not marry...
Assume that's agreeable.
They decided to marry instead.
It's gonna be okay.
What's going to be okay?
Everything.
She still has something to do, you know. It would be so easy, but that's like giving up. Is she gonna do it?
It's like the easy way out.
Yeah. So when what, we find her here?
Why isn't it working?
Come. Shankayan calls to you.
Sorry you didn't have a life. But if truth be told, you're not missing much. And let's face it, you're a girl. Your mother was right about one thing. We're just vessels for them to take and take until we're empty.
Life of a girl in the medieval times.
Not a pleasure thing.
Like even when you have true power, you don't have true power.
Count yourself lucky.
Basically, not all is nice in her life now. And she had such a strong start last episode.
I think that's what happened when you were presented with a
She realized
one
how
wonderful gift, but at the end that gift was not
No, but
what you
she
expected.
realized, she found out that reality still sucks.
Mm-hmm.
With my blessing. I did buy.
That cures him? Or that kills him? Like, what's happening? Tell me it's a cure thing happening and not a, you know... Hey!
The cure may be the 12 bells.
No, no, it's... That would make things easier.
You saved my life. I must repay you.
You've proven yourself to be the kind of man who would do the same. I want nothing.
No, please. I cannot start a new life in the shadow of a life dead.
Fine. I claim the tradition as you have.
A lure of surprise. Give me that which you already have, but do not know.
No! What have you done, Witcher?
Fear not, your majesty. If I'm seen in your kingdom again, it'll be to kill a real monster, not lay claim to a crop or a new pup.
Or
Destiny can go.
She's pregnant?
oh, what? So what? He's entitled to Ciri? Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why she said go find Geralt.
But then, like, how?
Oh my gosh.
The coincidence, though.
It's the last surprise.
Clearly the girl is... I'm going to stay.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Right.
gosh.
You're a good man, Mousak.
You should stay too. You're bound to this now, Geralt. You can't outrun destiny just because you're terrified of it. It's coming, Geralt. If you dismiss it, you will surely unleash true calamity upon us all.
Well, I
I'll
mean,
take that chance.
they're all dead now, so yeah. That was a nice transition.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Mistress! I found her!
I'm a bit lost.
Who are they?
Is it working?
That's Fragilla, right?
Is in Broccolon Forest.
I
We can spare
guess
10,000
so.
entities. Armies
But
are not the way
that's
into
the story that went to Nilfgaard.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's her name.
Oh, he survived.
Come on, get moving!
I guess when you find a sorcerer, you don't, you spare them as much as possible. We talked about how Destiny was gonna come back and destroy them all. Well,
You must drink from the source.
she's going on a fucking trip. Whoa. It looks really cool. She doesn't know. She doesn't
We don't
know.
either.
Don't
So
ask
please tell
her.
us.
Alright, so Ciri,
Now they know where she's hiding, so
yes.
they should need to run.
From what I assumed, from what they said, you don't just enter the forest like that. But, I mean, maybe they have a way. It is Fragilla, the sorceress that was sent to Nilfgaard. She seems to be handling her position quite well compared to, before. But then, like, they changed kings, right? Now it's the elves that are in charge of Nilfgaard. They took back the place. So maybe it's not, as fucked up as it used to be back with the old king.
Do you think
Who
that's,
was fond
Do you
of-
think that is better?
Well,
Huh?
I don't know about her. What they're doing seems bad, but that's the thing. Like, everything in this show is so gray. Yennefer, the power fights and stuff, what happened back then, the grandmother, Geralt, I mean, even Ciri could become gray eventually. She's a child, so she said that doesn't count. But, like, her friend Dara was saying how, her grandmother butchered his family. And we're
They
like,
voted for that, yeah.
we're rooting for the grandmother in the first episode, and we don't want her to die in the fight. But then when you know what her army and her kind did to the elves, basically, I mean, it's the perfect example of everyone is the hero of their own story. The elves, as far as we know, are only retaking what was taken from them. And they are, well, yes, we're following Ciri and we want to root for her. So what if they, if they want to kill her or, use her or something, we're not for that. But in their opinion, it's not any worse than what they did to their families.
Yeah.
And we know from this episode especially that the grandmother was not always all great, you know? She was willing to kill that guy. She was, you know, kind of bloodthirsty. She found,
Yeah,
I
she
mean, and I
was.
can understand, you know, if you look at what Yennefer was saying, what it means to be a girl in those days and how it feels to have power as a girl, but you don't technically have power. Like, she's the queen. She has no husband. Well, he's dead. So she should be in power, yet she still
needs
has to
the-
follow, yeah.
Yeah, she still needs to make alliances. Sorcerer needs to marry someone else.
Yeah, which is why I think, you know, she rebelled so much, you know, to this marriage, because she needed to, you know, she was finally free of doing what she wanted, you know, and her granddaughter had, her daughter, Jesus, had to...
I know that she looks like Ciri, but that's not
a lot.
Ciri.
Like, casting was good on that. Her daughter had to do what she had to do before, you know, follow her have her responsibilities, do her duty, and the grandmother was fine to live her life now. You know, she would be free of those ties. She has been surfing on those male rules that they chained her, you know, with. But now she was finally about to be free, and unfortunately, Destiny showed up at her door.
Hi.
And they had a good reason to be like, fuck your alliances, fuck what you want to do. I want to marry the guy I want to marry, and it turns out he's got a good reason to be with me because of a rule that, again, she didn't make, but another man did. So what that says is that in the end, she's gonna have to still keep doing her duty. She won't be free. I don't know if it was, you know, completely, not selfish, but centered around the fact that this alliance, this marriage, was going to keep her shackled. Or if it's, you know, there's more to it. You know, it was also the rebellion of, again, it's a man rule that rules over me, that decides over what I've decided for my daughter. She had no say in this. She could not do shit, and she's going to suffer the consequences. But then, turns out that Heist, that's his name, you know, helped her out by marrying her, and I don't think it's such a bad union.
No, they seem to really appreciate each other. So.
Well, he understood what she needed, you know. She still needed that alliance. It was going to suck if she didn't have it, and so he kind of announced that they were going to get married, which, again, like I said, it keeps her shackled, but it turned out to be a good thing.
She found a good partner in him, so yeah.
Yeah, and it helped with the alliance, which she needed. So it turned out fine, although I don't know what happened to the parents of Ciri. I think they're dead, but how? What happened? I don't know. With that kind of power, I'm a bit surprised, but
so that power is coming from mother's side.
Yeah.
It's been passed through mother to daughter.
It skipped the grandmother.
Yeah.
But then
maybe
where
that's why
does
she's
it
a
come
brunette
from?
then.
Where does it come from, though?
I don't know. I'm telling you that that's the banshee scream that I'm hearing, and maybe that is why they got silver hair or something. Yeah.
I don't know. The silver hair could just be something, you know, linked to the father. We don't know. As far as we've seen, blonde hair doesn't equal powers, or, you know, it doesn't stick to a race or another. We saw elves that were not blonde, so.
No, I know, but her mother and Ciri both got really, really fair skin, really, really fair hair.
Yeah, but it could be from the grandfather's side. We don't know.
Could be.
Or it could be a representation of their power. For sure. We'll have to wait and see what she is.
Like I said, I read something. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows?
Well, if you read stuff that's spoilers, don't say anything. Because you said you thought she was half elf in the beginning, and now it might not be that, so don't say anything.
I won't gonna look it up. I'm just gonna wait and see
No,
what's
you don't
gonna
look it
happen.
up. So yeah, but well, man, we might have answers soon because Ciri's facing a giant tree who seems to be pretty powerful, I guess. It called her here for a reason. It's not for, you know, it's not so she can escape her past. I don't think so. The whole concept of destiny was pretty strong in this episode. Geralt is running away from it. I get it, you know, as a Witcher, the concept of destiny kind of sucks, you know, because he's seen too many people die. He's suffered too much, and he's like, if destiny is a thing, then destiny is basically against me. Like, is it destiny for these people to die? It's kind of, maybe he sees it more as a justification of his failures.
No, retribution for those who died for nothing, basically.
Like, basically you're like, oh, if that person died, it was her destiny and stuff like that. And he's like, no, it's just I failed at my job. I could have saved that person and I failed. I'm not going to put it on the back of destiny. I wonder if that's the reason why he runs away from it, but he's fighting himself a lot, you know. He's very troubled. He's he's pulled in different directions all the time. Jaskier said it best, you know, how he says he doesn't want to get involved ever, yet he always does.
He always does.
Because he says, you know, that's the emotion thing, you know. He doesn't want to get attached. He has to keep that persona so that because, I mean, he's going to live for a long, long time, and then eventually his destiny is that he's going to die from old age, you know? He can't expect anything from anyone or life itself because he's going to lose it.
Yeah.
You know? If he gets attached, his job is going to become that much harder because the people he meets will eventually die, and he will suffer. I don't think you can be a Witcher and unless you're willing to take that risk and understand that you're not bound to this life, perhaps, you know? Having something to fight for can give you motivation. You don't have to live alone and die completely alone either, you know? You're entitled to have friends and have a family if you want.
Well, I think he's slowly learning to accept it because we know that he won't confirm it aloud, but
he's got a friend.
He's got a friend. In Jaskier, he's got a friend.
He wants him gone most of the time, but he still shows up to help him out.
He's always coming back.
I'm happy
he's coming back to get paid, of course, but he's coming back still.
But he could still say no. He kept saying no, like the queen was saying, you know, you're gonna help me out, and he's like, I'm not helping anyone out. They're like, but you're helping the bard? Well, that's another story. And he's playing it off as, oh no, he's just a fool. I'm taking his coin, but he could have said no.
He could have said no, that's true.
He definitely doesn't enjoy the attention because, again, he's not doing this for the recognition because he doesn't get any.
Yeah.
At least he's not used to getting any.
Well, you know what? The way that I can see it is by praising his... singing his praise. Singing his praise. More people know of his name. More people can ask him to slay monster for them. So that's more coin at the end of it.
Yes, and their opinion of a Witcher changes.
True.
That's very important. That was the whole goal of the song, actually. That was why he did this. That's why he's saying, you know, oh, I helped you, so I'm kind of owed to 10% of what you make.
You're owed to my friendship.
No, he's not owed to anything because he didn't ask for this. But honestly, it is doing an awful lot of good to his reputation. But he doesn't like, you know, it's half lies, half amplifying what he actually did. He doesn't need it, but it's helping his reputation. He's too used, though. It hasn't been that long, unless Jaskier can live like for years and years, but it hasn't been that long, and he's still not out of his general I don't want to have any connections. I don't want people around. I don't want to be known. If I go around, it's for a job. You know, I don't want people to veneer me for what I do, because it's that fight or flight response, you know, of someone who's used to getting hit and you know, insulted and hurt over and over again. So Jaskier is changing that, but Geralt is not changing as fast as everyone around him, basically. And that's because it's so easy. It's songs and stuff and tales of heroism. It's easy to believe in them, and in those days where everything is dark and you kind of want a hero to look up to.
But it's the fact that I don't know how old he is right now.
Geralt?
Yeah, but I'm sure that he's been there for
a while.
So when you've been there for a while, and you've seen people mistreating you, spitting on you, cursing you,
you expect it to happen again.
You expect it to happen again, and you don't really hope for better, you know?
Yeah.
And like you said, with Jaskier, it's not been a long time that he's by his side singing, oh, Geralt is so amazing, toss a coin to your Witcher and something. So you need a couple of more years to get used to it.
And then I think we saw that in the at the reception when people were again kind of boasting what he did and talking about his exploits, and he's like, telling the truth and basically lowering their expectations. And he was like, no, I got my ass kicked by the elves, you know? He's telling the truth. Maybe, and he had a smile on his face, maybe as a way to be like, ha, you veneer me now, like, you're singing my praises now, but if I tell you the truth, are you still gonna think of me as a hero or someone that's worthy of telling his tale? You know, and Jaskier on the side like, the story, don't change the story.
Well, he did say that compared to them, he didn't cheat himself. They will.
There's, I mean, he still has, like,
That's a high
there's
price
no
there.
denying that he does some crazy shit, you
yeah.
know? And he's good.
Just with that manticore at the beginning.
It
By
wasn't
the
a
way,
manticore. The name is more complicated
Sorry,
than that.
but with that thing. By the way, I'm so sad that we didn't get that bat scene yet.
That what?
We didn't get the bat scene yet.
The bath scene? The bath scene?
The bath scene.
But we had
yet.
a bath scene.
Oh.
I think there are plenty.
Wait, yes,
plenty.
yes. Spitting some salt on Geralt.
He's allowing him to be around because I'm pretty sure deep down he enjoys the company.
Uh-huh.
But honestly, no, I think we had a bath scene, but Geralt has plenty of bath scenes. The fucking third game is kind of introduced in this way. That's how I met Geralt.
In a bath?
In a fucking bath! So, full on naked, let's go! I'm like, okay, I know what type of game this is now. But, no, yeah, I think he's just wary of, you know, like you said, he lives for so long. Moods and stuff change. And as you know, the songs will stop being sung eventually. People will forget, and then it will be all back to the beginning, back to what he's used to. So maybe he just doesn't want to get his hopes up. He doesn't believe in this.
Yeah.
Because it's not true to begin with. Like, the tales are not real.
Well, they kind of see what he did, but like they're embellished.
Yeah, like,
they're embellished. We need to hear those songs to know what's true and what is not.
Well, for example, like, they said he defeated the elves when he truly did not. We were there for that.
You don't want to sing a song about someone who got his ass kicked.
Well, of course, but that's why Jaskier's singing it to basically change the people's mind.
Yeah.
And it's not the truth, so Geralt doesn't believe in that fake love that's been spreading. That fake admiration.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Geralt aside, because a lot more stuff happened this episode. The whole concept of destiny I was talking about is interesting. Like, he's running away from it. Ciri is drawn to it, despite the fact that she doesn't know why. It's yeah, we'll have to end this really quick because she has to go to work. Fuck. Okay, well, I mean, what else? We talked about the grandmother, Ciri, Yennefer, really fast.
Yeah, you know what? I think that she's not pissed, but disappointed in the life that she's having.
Definitely.
This is not what she expected by living at court. She, like you said, she thought she had powers, and she was so sarcastic when she told that she was so happy to sacrifice everything that she had for this.
She loves that she has to do this.
I think that she was resentful that she couldn't have maybe children or maybe find love, and she needed to do this job.
No, she sacrificed everything for this chance, and then this chance turned out to be nothing, almost nothing. Like, she gave up so much in the hopes of becoming someone powerful, yet she realized in the 30 years that she's been at court that the power she gained by all these sacrifices isn't worth it. And maybe that's why, like, I don't think she's still at court in the present. Like, I don't think she's still doing this. I don't even know if she goes back, because, I mean, as far as they know, she's been killed. Unless, like, that thing was there to see if there was a survivor or anything. But I don't think she's going to stay, because she wants so much more. She's kind of like the grandmother. She's got power, but she doesn't have power. And she wants to be free of those shackles that men have basically put on her. And as a woman, it's true. Like, that's how she described it. So, as a woman in those days, you can't do much. Even as a sorceress, you're basically just meant to be by the king's side and say, you know, good words to him. But he's still the one that has the power.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but I do think that maybe the king's gonna put the death of his wife and child on her. Because
you don't want the word to spread that you sent an assassin, which was bullshit, by the way.
You don't want.
Although, like, the woman putting the child up for sacrifice, like, that was worse.
After she did that, you deserve to. I'm sorry, but you deserve to die.
I kind of like that Yennefer. You know, I was saying Yennefer is a very great character, and I love those. And it showed because she left, you know. She was called completely powerless and useless. Yeah, there you go.
Which...
that's an insult. She took it badly, so she completely left them behind. And then we're like, oh, fuck, okay. That would kind of make her evil because she's also sacrificing the baby. But as soon as the woman dies, she comes back to save the baby. Yeah. That makes her gray. Not good, not bad. Human, you know? People have their, you know, you get mad at people. Sometimes you don't necessarily want to save everyone. You don't have the hero complex, but you're still, you know, you're still not an evil character. And I like those because it gives them so many layers. And I think Yennefer has probably the most layers so far because we haven't seen, like, we've seen a lot of Geralt, but from the other's eyes. Like, we don't see much from him, from his past or anything. We don't know about.
He's not a man of many words, many grunts, but not many words.
But I love it. I love it. And we're slowly, you know, talking like him. I hear a lot of in our reactions as well. But I think Geralt and Yennefer are both two very complex characters. It's just we don't know about Geralt yet. We haven't seen his past. All we know about him is what we've come up with, you know, from the way he reacts to other people. But we don't know where he comes from, whereas for Yennefer, we know. So it's easier to understand her.
For all the difference that they are physically, because they are just as light and night, they are so similar from the inside. That's right.
Yeah. Well, again, I don't know where Geralt comes from, but I wouldn't be surprised if he had a similar sort of beginning. You know, why did he become a witcher?
I do wonder what he was before he became a witcher.
Yeah, that's the thing. Where was he before that? We don't know.
Nope.
We don't know. But of course, there's definitely something about Geralt that makes him special because as a witcher, he's not expected to... Like, he's not connecting with his emotions and he's not helping anyone and he's not, you know, getting involved. But then he does. So why is he that much different from the description other witchers were given? Are all witchers similar, or did some of them have it easy when it comes to completely separating themselves from others? Like they're in it for the coin and they're not, you know.
I think that's just their life. They're living to kill monsters, to try to make this world a safest or better
Yeah, they're
place.
just trying to handle the reality in any way they can.
It's just the fact that, like you said, they live for a very long time, so they're not can really connect with everyone.
It's a harsh life.
Like you said, they cannot make other witchers for now. Yeah, so they're all that they have left.
Yeah, that's gonna change. Ciri, we know about you. Okay, so I mean, next episode we're gonna talk to a tree, and we're gonna see where Yennefer goes next, I guess, and what monster Geralt faces next episode.
What new song is gonna come up with?
If Jaskier is around, yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. We're gonna have to rush the discussion in the end here.
Need to go,
she needs to run. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. We will see you next week with the new episode. And if you want to see it early, it's on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if not,
I just said that though.
See you next week, guys.
Yes, bye.